Okay, so I've been asked a couple times how the Hilbish Beta 200 compares to the Sunn Beta Lead and to do an A/B video. So this is my attempt at that. Sorry I don't really have any video editing or audio mixing skills, but hopefully this is still somewhat useful. I got the Hilbish last year. The order process with Nathan was great. Nice guy. Really enjoying the amp. Super solid. Sounds great. My beta lead is a little under the weather at the moment. Only the A channel is working fully. I mean, if you know betas, they're old amps, late 70s, early 80s. Components tend to wear out on these. So if you get one, make sure you have a good amp tech nearby. That's the main reason I went with the Hilbish, just to have a more reliable amp for band practices and gigs, if they ever happen again. I had a beta bass that completely blew up on me, and the beta lead has spent quite a bit of time in the shop. At this point, it's probably going to be a house cat from here on out. So I'm just going to use the A channels on each amp. I'll do a mostly clean sound that dirties up with some heavy pick attack, then a pretty full-on distortion sound. I'm running the EQ flat on both amps, just for comparison's sake, although I typically run them pretty close to flat anyways, just with some minor tweaking depending on the guitar I'm playing or if I'm playing bass. The main difference between the two right off the bat, the Hilbish is modeled after a beta bass, so the EQ is tuned an octave lower than the beta lead. So just on the same settings, you're going to notice that difference in bass response. But you can tweak them to sound pretty much exactly the same. If anything, the Hilbish has a little bit more of a modern gain as it gets higher up, a little less grit. It's a little smoother. I think it's probably just being a new amp with quality components, just getting a little more fidelity. I'm running both amps through this carbon 4x12 with vintage 30s. My guitar is a 2011 Gibson SG Gothic Mort, M-O-R-T-E. I took out the active electronics and put in a pair of Seymour Duncan Black Winners. It's got 10s on it. It's tuned to standard. I don't really do the doom drone thing with these. Love listening to it, just not really playing it. I use these more for Melvins and Boris style riffy stoner rock. Again, I hope this is somewhat useful. The Hilbish definitely gets a thumbs up from me if you're looking for a good beta substitute. Rock on. So this is a beta lead set to kind of a clean setting where it dirties up a little as you pick harder, drives on 5. Okay, this is the Hilbish Beta 200, set for the clean to slightly overdriven setting. Drive on 5. This is the beta set to kind of a high gain setting, the drive at 8. dirty setting, drive on 8.